Hi, I'm Gary Curtis. I'm Fire Chief in the City of Waite Park. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about some fire prevention tips, basically on smoke detectors. Not only for Waite Park, but anybody that's in the area, just to make sure you test your smoke detectors. Smoke detectors are a very essential part of your home. You need them because that's the only thing in your house that doesn't sleep if you have a fire. Roughly 80% of the deaths that happen in the United States come from houses with not having working smoke detectors. So it's real important to have them. When you buy your smoke detector, buy the best. You can buy them battery operated, electrical hardwired operated, or the combination. It's recommended to buy the combination so that if you do have a power failure in the house, the battery will back it up. It's recommended to have one smoke detector per floor or level of your house. And a general rule is if you sleep in it, you have a smoke detector. So if you have a hallway and you have 2 bedrooms in it, you should have 2 smoke detectors, 1 in each bedroom and also 1 in the hallway so that you can be alerted in the case of a fire.
This story is about how to get out alive. We start this fire with a heat source in a trash can, representing a carelessly discarded cigarette, the leading cause of fatal fires in the state of Minnesota. Within 30 seconds from the first flame, the trash can is fully involved. In less than a minute, it's producing a radiant heat stronger than a roaring winter fireplace. The upstairs smoke detector is just now sounding. We're not 2 minutes into the fire. We'll allow it to burn only 5 minutes more, figuring 60 seconds for a call to 911 and the average 4-minute response time to this St. Paul neighborhood. Consider it a best-case scenario. It's not 5 minutes to find your pet.
Cattle, if he can find his way out, he'll find his way out, but there's not time.
And it's not 5 minutes to put out the fire.
More people are killed trying to put out their own fires.
5 minutes burning from the sound of the smoke detector. It leaves 1 minute to get out alive. 1 minute and 5 seconds from the first sight of a flame and the fire burns high, shooting across the ceiling, black smoke gathering overhead. That smoke now drops like a curtain at the end of a play. It takes only seconds. Watch as you lose sight of the window straight ahead. Hopefully the heat's already forced you closer to the floor. 10 more seconds and that curtain of black smoke falls past the center line of the window. 6 more seconds and you've lost sight of the window altogether. A few seconds later, the room's so dark you can't even see the flame. It's high noon and pitch black.
It looks like midnight inside there. There's a lot of heat in there right now.
The smoke is not just blinding black, it's also toxic. That's why firefighters wear oxygen masks. Without it, the smoke literally starves the brain of oxygen. It confuses you, affects your ability to act and react. Ultimately, long before the heat ever finds you, it's the toxic air that kills you. This graphic example shows how blinding smoke and a lack of oxygen make for a lethal combination. The child's playroom immediately adjacent to the roaring fire is separated by only a door, and it's just beginning to take on smoke. Upstairs, looking from the outside in, these pictures are taken just 2 minutes from the sound of that alarm. The smoke will kill any baby in this bed. The damage done with the door left open is obvious to the most untrained eye. Remember, no fire up here. Minimal heat, only 2 minutes after the alarm, but enough toxic black smoke to kill a baby. In the next room with the door closed, you can breathe easier. This door open, this door closed.
Is planning your escape. When we go to schools, we tell each one of the kids to go home and practice your fire drill. First, sit down with your mom and dad and figure out a plan of how to get out of your house. Every room in your house should have at least 2 ways to get out. Either it's a doorway or a window, but make a plan that if you are in your bedroom, you can't get out, how you're going to get out your window and everything else. Once you get out of the house, never go back. Always stay outside, wait for the firefighters to come. One of the things you want to also establish is a meeting place. When my children were young, we lived with a hydrant right across the road, and I told them, this is our meeting place. Your job is to stay there for the fire department to come and tell them, you know, okay, we're out, and tell them, you know, where the fire is and stuff like that. So plan your escape, and remember, that's real important. Once you get out, don't ever go back in.
Remember, while the pictures are not always this dramatic, Thousands of fires burn uncontrolled in this state every year. Scores of people die. Given the chance, fire will compete with you for space, and it will win. It'll compete for the air you breathe, and win. You have ultimate control of one thing only. You can plan to get out alive.
Now here are some very specific things you should do to protect yourself and your loved ones from a house fire. First and foremost, install a working smoke detector. It's critical for early warning. Test it monthly. Change the batteries every 6 months. And be familiar with the sound of the alarm. A new national study shows that in homes where a fire is reported, half the people did not have smoke detectors. And for those who did, 1 out of 3 were not working properly. The state fire marshal believes nearly 500,000 Minnesota homes don't have a working smoke detector. Once you have a smoke detector in place, you should have a plan for what to do when the alarm sounds. Move fast. Know 2 ways out of every room in the house. Practice fire drills with your family. Have a meeting place immediately outside your home. Call 911 from a neighbor's house. Once you get outside, stay outside. Always remember to stay low when leaving a burning building. It'll be easier to see, easier to breathe, and it's the best place to escape the heat. And finally, remember this. When you're in a burning building, every second counts. There's not time to look for your pets. There's not time to find your wallet. Every second counts. As you just saw, houses burn very quickly. May this video be as close as you ever come to experiencing the real thing.